What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix and today is Wednesday, which means we get a new old school game update. Today, Jagex released the Isle of Souls, a huge landscape containing new Slayer areas, skilling spots, monsters, and more, all surrounding Soul Wars. Jagex also announced the release date for Old School on Steam, which I'll talk a bit about at the end of the video. If you want to get yourself a high quality gaming mousepad, check out my merch store linked down below. There's 7 designs available and they fit perfectly for a large keyboard and mouse. So last month, Jagex ran a poll asking whether an area outside of Soul Wars should be accessible to players. 74.6% voted yes, which is actually under the 75% threshold for a poll to pass, but I'm guessing Jagex isn't including the players that skipped the question. The new area is called the Isle of Souls, and it has a wide range of skilling and PvM content to explore. To enter the new area, you go to Soul Wars in Edgeville, then you'll see a new path that heads south out of the waiting area. You don't need to have 40 combat to get here, because that requirement is only to play the actual Soul Wars itself, so there's no requirements to come to this new area. As you enter the isle, there's a new mine, which has a 3-rock iron spot, and that's where there's 3 iron rocks accessible from 1 tile. Slightly to the west, there's a broken house with a repairable potter's wheel, and you can repair it with 2 planks, an iron bar, and 1 soft clay. Around the house, there's chickens and cows, as well as low-level fishing areas. A little to the north, there's a Crimson Swift area, which are the level 1 hunter bird. This whole southwestern corner of the island seems to be a great place for new accounts to train their combat, fishing, and hunter all in one place, which is particularly nice for Iron Man. Further north, there's a woodcutting area of 6 yew trees, but they have a different design that's more suited to the Soul Wars world, very different to the ones in the main game. On the eastern side, there's another woodcutting spot, this time with 15 maple trees, and these all have a new design as well. On the southeast coast, there's a beach containing a lot of sand crabs, but I can't find any 3 crab AFK spots, where there's 3 crabs accessible from 1 tile. So this area is mainly for those people actively killing crabs, not looking to AFK. Slightly north of the sand crabs is a shark and big net fishing spot, which could come in handy for ultimate Iron Men that are accessing the new dungeon on the eastern side of the isle. Inside this dungeon, there's a range of Slayer task monsters in a single-way combat area, but you're able to place down a cannon. So this makes it a great area to safe spot your tasks while a cannon attacks them, and it acts as if they're in multi-combat. Inside, there's greater demons, fire giants, blue dragons, and iron dragons. And the blue and iron dragons are very easy to get to compared to the other ones in the world, so I think they'll become a popular Slayer task location. In the blue dragon area, there's also 2 adamant rocks, and at the end of the dungeon in the iron dragon area, there's a runite rock. It's very far from a bank though, so it would be pretty hard to make good money mining it. Between the blue dragons and iron dragons, there's a new thieving chest, requiring level 28 thieving to open. It gives 150 thieving XP per loot, and you can steal from it fairly quickly. If you're a low level, you can use lockpicks to better your chance of success, but very commonly you'll trigger a trap which teleports you outside of the dungeon. This makes it a fairly slow way to train your thieving, averaging only 30 to 60k XP per hour. Inside the chest, you get a range of herbs, runes, tools, and random junk, plus a very low chance of getting a dark key. You can use this dark key to open dark chests in the basement of the tower located on the northern coast of the island. When you open a dark chest, you get 1500 thieving XP, as well as access to a pretty lucrative drop table. The exact drops are unknown to the public still, but I'm sure we can expect a loot video from Mr. No Sleep sometime soon. Above these chests is a crumbling tower filled with a new monster, Forgotten Souls. These are found in Soul Wars the minigame, but you can now fight them outside in the regular Runescape world. These count towards a ghost Slayer task, and they have a lot of hit points for a low-level monster, which makes them good for both combat and Slayer XP. To the south of the tower, there's a Grey Chinchomper and Crimson Swift hunter area. There's also more yew trees, a lobster and swordfish fishing spot, as well as 3 teak trees right next to each other. Low-level players don't really have access to a good teak tree woodcutting area. The only teak tree area that has 0 requirements is the one near Castle Wars, which only has 1 tree, so this is great for those low-leveled accounts. In between all of those training spots is an abandoned camp, and here there's a repairable spinning wheel, where you need 5 planks, an iron bar, and a ball of wool to fix it. This spinning wheel is right next to some flax, which makes it an awesome place for low-level iron men to train their crafting. In this dark patch of trees to the east, there's an area to kill Pyophians and Pyolords. Pyolords are more powerful Pyophians, first introduced with the Nightmare boss, where they roam the outskirts of the boss area. This new patch of them on the Isle of Souls could be a good place to cannon them for a Pyophian's task. So overall, the best pieces of content from the island are a new 3 iron rock mining spot, a new 3 teak woodcutting spot, the new thieving chest and dark chests, there's a slayer dungeon that allows you to use a cannon, and lastly, there's a range of self-sufficient methods for iron men. Overall, I think this was a well-made content update. It's great when we get a big new area to explore. Throughout the week, Jagex announced that Old School is officially coming to Steam on the 24th of February, so 3 weeks away. Having the game on Steam allows us to get Steam achievements, badges, and emoticons just for playing the game. Also, Jagex is planning to release trading cards shortly after the launch on Steam, which could be a pretty strategic move for the franchise. So if you guys have Steam, you can add Old School to your wish list and try it out on the 24th. Do you guys think that Old School on Steam will boost its popularity? I don't really think so, but I guess it can't really do any harm to the game either. So that's today's game update. The news posts are linked down in the description as usual. If you enjoy these game update videos, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you're new to my channel to stay up to date with Old School. If you want a gaming mousepad, be sure to check out my merch store linked in the description. For the next 48 hours after this video's release, you can get 10% off any order with the coupon code UPDATE. There's a range of designs available, with my favorite being the Vorkath mousepad, which I use on a daily basis. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.